Hi, I'm Jeff the Junk Seller, and this presentation is going to be about how it came to be that I was banned from Canton First Mondays, the Lewis side. Today is Thursday, the 28th, 2025. And yesterday, I had a confrontation with the owner, one of the owners, Martha Jane. I sent them the link to the video that I made last month about Canton First Mondays for August 2025. And they were not happy about it because I hold them responsible for some of the security issues out there. And she was absolutely livid about it. And I doubled down on it. I'm doubling down on it with this presentation. They are responsible for a lot of the theft that happened out there because they kept allowing these thieves to come onto the premises. Now, from what I understand, they have no trespassed 7 different people. I'm supposedly one of them. I haven't received the official notice yet because after we had our confrontation, I got out of there, but I had a lot of friends call me and tell me that there were 6 sheriff's cars out there with sheriffs looking for me so they could tell me that I was no longer to be on the premises or something. I don't know. I haven't talked to them yet. But anyways, during the confrontation, she told me that nothing had ever been stolen out there before, ever. And I told her that that was an absurd statement. And she said, well, was anything stolen from you last month? And I said no. And she asked if anything was stolen from anybody else last month. And I said, how would I know? I haven't talked to everybody, you know. I told her, I said that things do come up missing out there, that theft has been rampant and that it generally is associated with that boy. And she denied that that's true. And I said, well, people have reported it. And she said that they haven't. And I wound up talking to some other people, and this is what they've told me. Anytime that they do report it, that they had something missing, the management there won't act on it unless you have video of it. You have to have video of the person actually stealing the item. If you saw it, that's not sufficient. If circumstantial evidence, such as the guy came out and picked a stack of records and set them aside and left them, and then overnight that stack of records was missing, that's not sufficient. If they express interest or ask about prices on some things and never buy anything, but in the middle of the night those things end up coming up missing, then that's not sufficient. But everybody out there feels that it is, and everybody is frustrated. And you know, when I put that video together about August and said that I wasn't going to be out there again, the one thief, Mike Gilmitty, he, or Thomas Michael Holder Reed, the child predator guy, I believe that he watches my channel, and he is in leagues with somebody else, and they apparently had a conversation because he's out here again. He has been gone for 5 or 6 months, but he showed up this month because of the video that I put out saying that I wasn't going to be there anymore. I was actually, the reason that they stopped stealing from the people around me is because I was unpredictable, and they knew that if they made themselves present, that I was going to run them off. And I would contact the authorities on them. But you know, she made a couple of absurd statements, and she was really pissed about the video that I made 3 weeks ago. And when she said that she was going to have me no trespassed, you know, she said, what are you doing here? And I told her, well, I'm here, you know. She said, you're unhappy here. I said, no, I'm unhappy here as a seller, as a vendor. I said, but I'm happy here as a shopper. I said, I'm shopping. And she said that she was going to no trespass me. And I said, so you've allowed thieves to attack your vendors for 3 years, and now you're depriving them of one of their paying customers. I said, this just isn't going to look good for you. And she was so upset about the previous presentation. And I told her, I said, look, if you know, I advised her against no trespassing me. just because it doesn't look good, you know. And I told her that, I said, if you don't like the previous video, you're certainly not going to like the next one. And this is it. This is the next one. And I think that the fact that they no trespassed me for talking about security issues out there, I think is pretty indicative of where the problem lies. It lies in the management. It lies in their failure to appreciate that they have a responsibility to their vendors. And I doubled down on that statement. I told her that it was her fault that these guys felt like they could steal out there because they won't run them off, you know. And she did tell me, she said that the boy never stole anything. But then she did tell me that the boy and his dad have been they've been no trespass. Finally, after 3 years of complaining about them, you know, I thought it was 2 years, but a friend of mine corrected me and said that no, that they've been making complaints about these guys for 3 years, maybe even more than 3 years, and they never have no trespassed them until now. But I made a video 3 weeks ago, and I've got to be no trespassed. It's just absurd, and I think right now I would be cautious being a vendor there. The other guy is set up over on the city side, and they can prowl. I mean, that's a base of operations for them. They've operated like that before. They will prowl in the middle of the night, and when he's got a storage unit right down the road from where he's at Free State Storage, and he will be stealing stuff and ferrying it to his storage unit to hide it. You know, you can go and check his booth. He's not going to have anything in his booth. None of the stolen stuff. It's just kind of frustrating to know all this information and to have experienced it all. I caught the boy running away from a booth after he had robbed it for several $1,000s worth of jewelry and stuff. But that's insufficient evidence because I didn't get it on video. Or I don't understand what their threshold is. But you know, I got banned for the last video. Watch the last video and tell me if that was unreasonable or not. I think that they're showing their hand. I think that they are just piss poor managers, and I think that I'll double down, I'll triple down, quadruple down, whatever it takes. But I just wanted to put this on video, memorialize it while it's all fresh. That, and so that I can show it to people that get confused about what they're hearing out there. But this is the story. This is the story from my perspective, and we'll just we'll go with that. But if you like this video, please give it a like, and if you did, then please view some of my other material, and if you like that as well, then please subscribe. But thank you for viewing.